Hi, Jack. Welcome to another Friday at Springdale High School. I'm Bridget.
And I'm Jack. Bulldog TV starts now. Brazel, the Springdale High School German teacher, won an award for exceptional teaching and extraordinary achievement in outreach and for fostering international cooperation. Ms. Brazel is a great teacher. Nicole Arroyo and Kathy Yaman decided to produce a story for her.
Frau Brazel, the German teacher at Springdale High School, recently received an award from the American Association of Teachers of German. The name of the honor she received is Checkpoint Charlie Foundation's Teacher Award.
It is given to one K through 12 teacher and one post-secondary, so college or university teacher in German from the American Association of Teachers of German, and it's specifically for teachers who encourage intercultural respect and understanding in their classes.
Receiving an award is always humbling. For Frau Brazel, it is even more so because the recognition comes from her college and students.
It's pretty amazing. It's a little humbling. My husband has laughed at me several times because I don't really like being in the limelight and having people come and interview me and do all of these things, but it's really sweet, and my colleagues are really the ones that did a lot of the work. They, got letters, they talked to my students, they wrote letters, so many of my colleagues wrote letters, and so it's nice to just feel appreciated and that my students also see that I'm working hard for them.
The techniques she uses in her German classes are very important pieces in reaching her students. She incorporates visual and communication aspects into her teaching.
Every day is different. But we usually start with some sort of warm-up. Maybe it's a question that I'm asking them as they walk in the door, or maybe it's something where they're, being prepared for the content of the day. Maybe they need to think about how to conjugate a verb, or how, what are some words that we do, or maybe labeling the classroom like I do. So I always try to start with something warm-up. And then we may get into more of the content of the class that day. Sometimes it may be, sometimes it's more interactive, sometimes it's less, but I always try to have them talk to each other at least one time during class because I think that's really important. So speaking in German, speaking in English, but if you come into my class, you better be prepared to talk at some point. So if you're that shy, quiet kid, that's okay. You don't have to talk loud, but you're going to speak at some point because that's part of learning a language. Is you've got to practice. And then we usually try to end with some sort of either kind of exit slip or to check learning or something that helps them to practice or solidify the knowledge of what we did that day. But yeah, it's different every day, and you never know.
Alongside the responsibility of teaching German, Frau Brazel has also been named the new IB coordinator.
So this is my first year as the IB coordinator. Miss Carol Turley, she was the IB coordinator for a long time, and she did an amazing job. So I feel like I have some pretty big shoes to fill. So far, I'm kind of afraid that I'm not doing everything. I don't know, but it's a lot of work, but it's fun work. I get to advocate for my students. Basically, I help ensure that students and teachers here at SHS are doing all they can to achieve the standards that the International Baccalaureate Organization sets for the program. It's an international standard program, which means that there's a lot of high expectations for the students and the teachers in this program, and it takes a lot of work to make that possible, and the students often need a lot of support because there are a lot of things that they have to do that are really difficult and time-consuming. We'll see how IB coordinator goes. So far, I'm really enjoying it, but I'm hoping it'll continue to be that way.
Congratulations, Frau Brazel. For Bulldog TV, I'm Nicole.
Congratulations, Ms. Brazel.
It's almost Christmas, and advisory classes had the opportunity to decorate a holiday spirit tree. The trees will be judged, and the winning advisory class will win a pizza party courtesy of Bulldog TV.
And on December 9th, there will be a winter celebration in the morning before school starts. Enjoy free hot chocolate while supplies last from Bulldog Cafe and music from SHS Brass Band. You can also visit with a weird guy in a red suit. Again, this will be on December 9th before school.
Have you ever tried the Abuelita hot chocolate?
I don't think I have. I should definitely try that out.
You should.
We'll be right back.
Centers at Springdale schools. The wellness centers in Springdale are perfect for students and teachers. Teachers can go during their planning period, and parents don't have to miss work for students to receive medical care. Offering sports physicals, kindergarten physicals, vaccinations, well child checks, acute care, and more. Wellness centers are located at a school near you. Wellness centers in Springdale schools, we are your medical home.
On the counter, finds a hole, Garrett inside the 5, touchdown Springdale. Shot, good! Wide open Trey Smith, touchdown Har-BER Wildcats!
The Springdale Chamber of Commerce is among the top 1% of chambers in the nation to be honored with a 5-star rating by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We work each day to make our members more profitable through programming and events that strengthen our economy, help to create jobs for a growing population, and support the needs of a diverse community. We make Springdale a better place to live. Learn more about the Chamber and Springdale by visiting our website, springdale.com.
Welcome to McLarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McLarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McLarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McLarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mclartydaniel.com.
We're back, and you know, life can be hard a lot of the times. Things can get depressing, but as long as you push forward and believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. So, Marilyn Fleming, Albert Hacks, Edwin Zenobio, and Jimmy Amaram made a PSA to keep you motivated.
Naman, did you Ako ira. Muruk ko jeriat. Olivia koi wai mabakai. Ada? Olivia koi kambolin ngan magalojem. Katanya? You're worth it.
Time you're feeling down, remember that it doesn't last forever. Your situation is temporary and things will always get better.
Springdale school students gathered to perform cultural Marshallese dances at the Polynesian event in Missouri. Ruko reported on it.
It's kind of scary, but it's like, I guess like a big deal. Like it means a lot to be able to perform in front of a singer who's not like most known, but like known within the people like of the community from the islands, like Micronesians and Polynesians. I'm most excited about traveling with the group to Missouri to perform, but I'm also excited to meet him and show off our culture to those who don't know much about the Marshallese community.
Thank you, Ruko, for sharing that story with us.
Springdale High School blood drive will be on December 10th. Medical Academy senior Jackie Gonzalez stopped by the studio and talked with Alina Grammer, Laboratory Director at Arkansas Children's Hospital Northwest.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline, and I'm here with Miss Alina Grammer from the Laboratory of Arkansas Children's Hospital Northwest. Ms. Grammer, can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your role at the hospital?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me today. On a day-to-day, basically, I am responsible for all the daily laboratory operations. That can be anything from specimen collection to testing of laboratory samples, and then making sure everything gets resulted accurately, and any samples that need to be sent out as well.
Great. What's your favorite thing about your job?
Oh, my favorite thing is solving problems and patient interaction when we get to have the patient interaction, and just working with my team.
Great. As you know, the Springdale High School Medical Academy is sponsoring the blood drive on December 10th with the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks. Can you tell us how a blood drive like this can benefit the Children's Hospital?
Yes. Being a blood donor is very important, because when you go to donate, like Jackie, if you went and donated 1 unit of blood, we actually can help multiple people with that 1 unit. So even though you're donating 1 unit, we actually get multiple products out of that unit. So you can get red cells, you can get fresh frozen plasma, cryoprecipitate, and there are even platelet donations that can be given.
Oh, wow. How often do patients in Arkansas Children's Hospital need blood for life-saving measurements?
I would say, of course, it's always depending on the patient's needs, but it could be daily.
What are like the most common life-saving measurements? Like, when does a patient need it the most?
When a patient would need it the most would be when they have a really low hemoglobin and hematocrit, and that's when they would need packed red blood cells.
Oh, okay. Do you know how much the hospital might need in a year?
Sure. Within an annual basis, Arkansas Children's Northwest needs a minimum of 480 products a year. So those products could include the red cells, fresh frozen plasma, platelets, or cryoprecipitate.
Okay. What encouragement do you give to students and teachers who might be afraid to give out blood?
Well, as with anything that you've never done before, it can be scary, and it's okay to admit that it can be scary.
Yeah.
So I would highly suggest, going onto the Community Blood Centers of the Ozarks website, reviewing the information that they have so you're as prepared as possible, but then also explaining to your collector that you're scared, and they will walk you through every step.
Okay, great. Are they do they give you anything to play around with, or just to distract
Sometimes
yourself?
they do have distraction techniques, like sometimes they may hand you a ball that you can squeeze in your hand while you're donating. But you can also, use your phone typically when you're donating, and you can bring some of your own distraction techniques if you want to listen to music or watch a video on your phone would be good.
How long does it take to donate blood?
That depends on the person. It can be a matter of minutes, or it can be up to 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you would like to tell us today?
I do think, in addition, I think it's great that I'm so excited that you are offering this blood donation with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks. A couple of things to remember is that with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, all of their blood products stay local, so that's really important. It's also important to know that they need at least 239 donations a day to be able to provide to keep up with all the hospitals that they locally serve. And another thing to always remember is that blood cannot be manufactured, so it can only be donated by another person to be able to have those life-saving measures.
Great. Do you guys do any experiments? Do you guys try new things with the blood that you guys get donated?
We do not. All of the blood that is donated would go to the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, and then they do all the proper testing and everything that needs to be done before it is sent out to the hospitals for use.
A lot of people might wonder, does the COVID vaccine affect donating blood?
No, receiving the COVID vaccine does not affect your blood donation at all, and then there will always be additional information when you go to sign up.
So Bulldogs, don't forget, sign-ups start November 29th, both A and B lunch. The Medical Academy will be there, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. And thank you so much to Bulldog TV for letting us be here, and please don't forget to sign up.
Are you planning on giving blood?
I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
All right, well, that's all the news we have for right now. Have a wonderful day.
Keep it classy, Springdale.